Hello my friends, welcome to Dave's Skillet. Today we'll be making clam chowder, New England style. The ingredients, I think you can see most of it. Black pepper, thyme, bay leaves, red wine vinegar, salt and pepper, water, butter, and some baby clams. Two tins of this stuff here. And we got some clam juice for the broth. We'll also be reserving the reserve for the broth out of these tins. We don't want to get rid of that, and we'll be putting that right there and straining that out. And here's the coconut milk that I'll be using instead of cream. Also kosher salt, parsley flakes, and some olive oil. And over here we got the vegetables. I have one onion. It's about a medium size, I guess, maybe a little bit bigger than medium. 3 stalks of celery and 2 carrots. I'm about to wash these off, and then I will dice these up, in which you will see that in a few minutes, and we'll get started. And almost forgot, 2 potatoes. You can use russets. These are speedy spuds. Okay. They're probably russets. I gotta wash these off and dice them up. And it's showtime. Got everything chopped up nice and pretty, just like that. I use my dicing machine because it's going to be that much quicker. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, right in the pot. See how much I can put in there, because I'm just going to do this in 2 stages. I'll do the veg and then I'll do the potatoes, because otherwise this little pan will be overloaded with goodness, and we don't want that to happen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the crock pot. Thought about how I could do it, what would be the best way to do it, and I figured, you know what, instead of just putting it in a Dutch oven and cooking it on the stove top, and I could do that, and I've done that, but I think I'm going to use the crock pot. I think that would be really, really good. I also got to use 4 ounces, 1 stick of butter. I recommend unsalted, by the way. And that'll go in the crock pot. In fact, you know what? We'll just put that in there now. There we go. It goes right in the crock pot. All of that. All that goodness. I'm going to put this on warm, not cook or low or whatever. It's going to go on warm. That's just so the butter doesn't re-solidify, whatever. I don't want that to happen, because I don't know how long this is going to take. I got 2 cups of broth, and I'm not going to put the broth in there. It's going to go in there. As soon as that's done, that goes in here, and then the potatoes go in there, then they'll go in there, and then we put the broth. So it'll take a few minutes. Got to stir this around. As soon as the onions are translucent, then that's when we put them in the pot. Let them go for a swim in the pot. A bigger pan would be better, but I'm going to use this one. I'm not going to drag out my 15-inch or even my 10-inch cast iron. That'll work, and it's just handier for me to use. I should get me a bigger one of these. Get me a bigger one. Don't know if they make them bigger, but they probably do. Putting the potatoes and just put them on the side. Yeah, right there. That'll work. And we will be back in a few minutes. Now, one final ingredient that I didn't mention, and I'm going to now, and that's going to be the flour that I use is not going to be regular standard flour. It's going to be almond flour. Yes, this is what we're going to use today. 4 to 5 tablespoons. I'll play it by ear. But that is what we will be going with. So, I think this is about ready to start putting in the pot. In they go. I'm going to give that a good stir into the butter. We'll put that right in. Oh yeah, that is looking lush. Ooh. Yep, that is looking like it. I'm going to go ahead and switch this up to high. We are going to put the broth in it. 2 cups. Now, those 2 tins of clams I used made up a good portion of the broth, but not all of it. There wasn't enough juice in that to make that work. So I had to use my jar of clam juice. This stuff here, you can see just how much of it I used. It's right down to the bottom of that label, how much I used, how much is left over. I may need the rest of that. I'll pay that by ear, so don't get rid of that right away. And now I'm going to add my bay leaf. I'm going to try to put that in the thing. Okay, that's going to go in the pot. Those are my spices, so they're going to go in the pot. And take that away. I don't need that one. Now the clams, they're going to go in last because you don't want to overcook that stuff. Overcook that, and that's a problem. I'm going to go ahead and add my flour while the potatoes are in there. I need just a little bit more oil on them. So I'll put like half of a tablespoon of olive oil. Not much. You don't want to drown them. Looks like I'll be buying some more olive oil this week or next week. Yeah, that's good. That's looking good. Just don't want them to stick on my no-stick pan. And as soon as they start to change color, I can add them to the pot. Put them in the pool. Now I need, we're going to start with 4. I may go to 5. We'll see how that works out. Yikes. Need a knife. Need a knife to level this, because I don't want to be like not level. There's 1. 2. If you're doing paleo or keto diet, this is the way you want to go. I'm shooting that stuff at myself. Okay, that's 4. Now, I may need more. How much did I dump that? Yeah, that's going to need a little bit more. I'm going to make it 5. 5 tablespoons. I hope I don't need more. If I do, I will. So we'll go with that number right now. We're going 0 carbs as much as possible in the ingredients, although I know the potatoes have carbs and the carrots have starch. So keep that in mind. I had a problem with the keto diet. It was causing me to crash through the floorboards. So I had to abandon that idea. Not 100%, but I have to add carbs in my diet or I am going to have a serious issue with my numbers. We were going below 70 regularly, daily. And that's not safe for me to do that. And then, at my age, that's not good anyway. That's almost done. That's on high. I'm going to put the lid on for right now. And as soon as those potatoes are ready, they go in. I guess I can just turn that off right now. We don't need... See, electric's weird. Electric is weird. You just, it's still going to be cooking even up after turning it off. It'll be hot a good, 5-10 minutes. The cast iron even longer. But with this one here, it'll still be really hot. So those potatoes can actually go in the pot. Oops. So in they go. Ooh, that's hot. And next is the coconut milk. I'm not using cream. I'm electing to use coconut milk. Now, you can use cream if you wish. Totally up to you. That's fine. Put all the ingredients in there. And now we got to add the coconut milk. Don't worry about overheating the coconut milk. That's not going to matter. It's got a very high stress point when it comes to that. Do give them a good shake. That's my automatic paint shaker. See, you can use this for pancakes. You will not be able to tell the difference. Instead of using milk, use coconut milk. Guaranteed result. And you won't have to cut it with lemon to turn it into buttermilk. You don't need to do that. Seriously, don't need to do that. Look at that. That's already the right color, isn't it? But it needs just a tweak a bit more. And that one is 0 carbs. So that's why I'm saying, if you're watching your carbs, then you should be already looking at coconut milk as a alternative to milk. Milk has between 11 and 12 grams of sugar in it in a gallon. Damn! Who invented that? Because that's crazy. Putting sugar in our milk, and obesity is on the rise. When I grew up, you didn't see this. Now you see sugar and everything. Well, guess what's going on? They're killing us. All because they want their product to taste so nice and sweet, we'll buy more of it. That's sick. Alright, now, that's pretty much it. Go have a done day, walk away. I don't think I need to add any more to this. We'll see how it goes. If I need more flour, which I doubt seriously, I'll add some more almond flour. But I think 5 tablespoons enough. I'm going to give that a taste and just let it cook for a good, couple hours at least. It's already getting thick. Oh, beautiful. That's going to be the best New England ever. Wow. That just made me instantly hungry. Gosh, that is so good. I got to put that in there because those potatoes made a mess. And I'll put my clams right there. I don't want to forget. I'm going to put a drop of this stuff in there right now. Just a drop. That's it. Just a hey. Just to say hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Give it a stir. I got to taste that again. That was so good. Oh, I think it needs a bit more salt, but I'm not going to do that until after I add the clams. It'll be at the end. Probably do it by the bowl. I don't like adding salt in the whole pot just in case I make it too much. So you can't take it out, but you can put it in. So we'll be back a little bit later. So it is done. I'm going to use my stick just to blend a bit. Don't want to do it too much because you want some of those bits in there for the soup. So just a little bit. Just a little bit of a burst. That's it. We are done. Be right back. It's like 2 hours later. It's 4 o'clock now. If you wanted to do this faster, I would suggest putting it in a pot and just using the stove on the hobs, whether it's electric or gas. Then you only have to bring it to a simmer, usually for about 30 minutes. 35 minutes, 45 total, it would be done. This I'm going to go ahead and put on warm because I need a spoon here. This is done, and now I can add the clams. But I gotta say, this soup, just the way it is, if you wanted to have a delightful soup, this is it. This thing is beautiful. I mean, wow. Oh yeah. And because you've got clam broth, it already tastes like New England. It already tastes like clam chowder. So we're going to go ahead and put that all in. There we go. Now I've gone ahead and put this on low, like I said. It doesn't need to go on high. It doesn't need to go on anything. Just stay on low. And then when you're done serving, then you can just turn it off, and whatever's left over, you save that for tomorrow. Or later on. You might be hungry, you know? Oh, that is so good. Oh, yeah. That really looks good. Yummy delicious. I'm going to put some in a bowl now. And now if you use the small round cans, the flat looking cans that look like tuna fish, that size kind of can, I think they're 6.5 ounces. You'll need 4 of those to do this. 3 just won't be enough. So you would need 4 of those. And I would say that the tins that I used, 3 would be better than 2. Because it's a bit light on the clams, but that's okay. It's enough. Because that's 20 ounces, or 10 ounces each. And that's pretty good. I'll go ahead and take that out of there. And then it's on warm. It'll stay warm. It won't get cold. And then later on I'll turn it off because I want to put some in the fridge. Oh man, that really looks good. I gotta move the camera so you can see what I'm doing here. There we go. There it is. Ooh. That is the right thickness, the right consistency. Not too thin, not too thick. You don't want it like gravy. I got a little bit of everything in there now. Oh man. That is good. But like I said earlier, it does need a bit of salt and pepper in it. So I'm going to have to do that. I would say this is the best way. That way you won't put too much salt in your pot. Do it by the bowl, you know. I'm going to put a little bit more pepper in it too. That's just me. I like the pepper in mine. Oh yeah, that is yummy. See, by not putting those clams in there too soon, they're not going to turn to little bits of rubber. They are tender, and because it's hot, they've already gotten, heated up. So it's perfect. Well, I hope you make it, because this one here is a winner clam chowder dinner. I get some of that carrot in there. Just slightly al dente. I mean, just slightly. It's not mush. So when you have it, yeah, there's even a chunk of potato. You can see it right there. Right there. Well, that's perfection. You don't want to whiz it up to the point where it's gravy looking. You want to have some bits in it, and never ever whiz it up. After you put the clams in it, don't whiz it. You got to do it before you put those in, or you'll destroy them, and you don't want to do that. That's a winner. Comments below, my friends. See you on the next recipe.